Hey guys, how you doing today? It's in the morning before work, so I'm kind of tired. Before I start my review, I want to say that I am one follower away on my blog for a giveaway. I have 49. I'm also 10 away on my YouTube channel of subscribers to reach 200 to do another giveaway. So please spread the word. If you haven't followed my blog, please do so. And just pass the word about subscribing to my channel, please, so I can do some giveaways. Thanksgiving's next week, so I'm going to be doing that one. So anyways, Dreamland by Sarah Dessen was an awesome book. I read Keeping the Moon. That was the other book I read from her that I couldn't remember before, and that's the one that was too chick lit for me. So I was kind of hesitant on starting Dreamland. It was sitting on my shelf because I bought it at the same time that I bought Keeping the Moon. But it's been sitting there, so I'm like, you know what, I'm going to read it. I'm going to try it. I almost gave it away without trying it. I am so glad that I tried it, because, like I said, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. This is more of like a realistic fiction. I loved it. It's about a girl named Caitlin, whose older sister Cass leaves home when she turns 18, right before she goes off to college, and all she does is leave a note telling her parents that basically she's fine, she left, she doesn't want to come home, blah, 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 blah. So, of course, the parents are beside themselves, you know, the mother's withdrawn, and blah, blah, blah. And Caitlin, of course, goes through the emotions too, because she was close to her sister. Her sister was someone that she could talk to about anything, and so she kind of just goes along, you know, through her days, and she ends up joining the cheerleading squad because her best friend wants her to, and it's not something Caitlin would do, but she's trying to think of Cass and trying to do, you know, what would Cass want me to do? And when she joins the cheerleading squad, she ends up, of course, hanging around the cheerleaders, and she's supposed to hook up with a football player. And she's at a party one night, and the night that he gives her his Letterman jacket, and right before she accepts it, which means that basically they're a couple now, this guy that she briefly seen at a car wash earlier that night comes into the party. His name's Rogerson. And she's just mesmerized by this guy. He is so not her type, not someone her friends would go for or anything. He is a bad boy. He's been into trouble with the police. Just, you know, that type of person. His parents are well known, though, well off. He's the black sheep of the family. And Caitlin just can't stay away from him. She just, you know, she is mesmerized by him. It's something, like I said, that she wouldn't normally go for, and she's trying to break out of what everybody else wants her to be. She's trying to break away from Cass's shadow, and, you know, everybody referring to her as Cass's sister, Cass's sister. So anyways, the two start talking, and they run into each other again, and, you know, eventually they end up becoming a couple. And Caitlin is so happy. She just can't get enough of Rogerson, and they spend more and more time together, and she starts to drift away from her friends because she's with him so much, and she loves him, and things are going good. But she gets into things that she wouldn't have gotten into if she did not hang around with him, if she was not with him. What she knows to be right and wrong is kind of skewed when she's with him. And a few months into the relationship, something happens, and it makes her pause for a moment. But she goes back to him, or stays with him, because she loves him, and she just, her pull to be with him is stronger than not being with him. And so there's an issue between them that she has to end up hiding from her parents. She hides it from her friends. She becomes withdrawn. She is failing her classes. She just isn't who she used to be, but she can't get away from Rogerson. And this book was just so well written. I really loved the way Sarah Dessen tackled this issue and talked about this issue. And at the end of the book, it finally comes out what has been going on, and it's just an amazing book. And I don't want to tell you obviously what the issue is, because that's the main plot of the book. That's the main thing about the book. All I have to say is that you need to read this book. It is so good. Caitlin, to me, she was a character that just wanted to belong. She wanted to be her. She was trying to discover herself, who she was. And in the process of that, she got a little mixed up, and it had to learn a very hard lesson. I don't even want to say it was a lesson. She had to go through something tough on the way to discovering who she was. Rogerson, her boyfriend, I think, was, he was scared, I think, and I think that he was confused, and I think that if something in his life wasn't happening to him, that he would have never turned it outward, and the issues between him and Caitlyn, I don't think would have happened. I'm not an expert on it, but I seen more in him. So, Rena, her best friend, was your typical cheerleader type, the pretty girl that gets the football players and goes to the best parties. Her parents were very supportive of her. Her mother was a very caring mother. You got to know her parents too, which I like, so it wasn't just about the teenagers. So, like I said, this is just a very, very good book. You really need to check it out. Sarah Dessen, Dreamland. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.